Yeah, I just want y'all to get into the face close up. We're not even done.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Team Stacy, and I'm back, baby. I said I'm back for another YouTube video. And if you're new to my channel, hello. And if you're a subscriber, what's up? Alrighty, guys. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we are starting our beginner basics series. You guys commented down below, and you guys let me know y'all is ready. Okay. So in today's beginner basics series, as you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail, today I wanted to do a foundation 101, the basics. I'm talking ring the school bell. You know what I'm saying? Get the notebooks, get the pencils, get the foundation brushes, get the tools necessary on the syllabus, and we are going to be getting this flawless base foundation. Okay, so in today's video I really wanted to get into detail with everything that we needed. I'm talking from step 1 all the way to step, I believe 5. I believe it's 5 simple steps. If you guys are new to my channel, let me just tell you guys something about me. I'm all about makeup, all things beauty, all things girls, and I like to take the simplest way possible. I am not someone that likes to do 20,000 things and 20,000 products and expensive this and expensive that. I feel like we can achieve flawless glams just like this using affordable products and also just the easiest, most efficient way possible. Today we're gonna dive super deep into it. We're gonna be asking ourselves all the questions that we need to know when we are making these purchases and when we are getting this flawless foundation. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you are going to be confident. You're gonna know when you go to the store what you need. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know the right questions to ask if you have somebody helping you purchase, your makeup. And ultimately, once you have all your products, you are going to feel very confident in your makeup. Alrighty, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video, guys. I'm super excited. If you guys see me looking down, I did take notes for you guys today just so I don't miss a beat. By the end of this video, girl, you gonna know how to make sure that base is flawless, no questions asked. Okay, so like you guys saw in the intro, this is a beginner's basics series. So if you guys want something a little bit quicker, a little bit straight to it, check out my other tutorials. I go in depth but not as detailed as we're gonna go today. Today we are gonna pretend like we don't know the first thing about makeup, maybe one thing, but we don't know pretty much anything about makeup. So we're gonna get right into it because this video is probably gonna be a little bit lengthy. So grab your tea, grab your popcorn, grab your chips, or go ahead and grab your makeup kit and let's get started. Okay, step 1 to flawless foundation is going to be, you guessed it, skincare / skin prep. This is so important. If you do not take care of step 1, don't even finish the video. Now, I completely understand if some of my audience has acne issues. Some people are prone to acne. It could be hereditary, it could be, hormonal, whatever the case may be. You might be prone to acne, and that is okay and that is understandable. But even if you are prone to acne or not, you still want to make sure you are taking care of your skin. Your skincare can get very, elaborate and special and all that extra stuff. But you guys know I like to give you guys the simplest things possible. So the 3 steps to making sure that you have just the most basically taken care of skin. I hope that makes sense. Basically taken care of. The most simplistic skincare routine I can tell you is to have 3 items. That's going to be a daily face wash, a toner, and a moisturizer. The other side of step 1 is skin prep. So how to prep your skin. For skin prep, the 2 items that you're gonna need is a moisturizer and a primer. That is it. These are the 2 things that you're gonna need to make sure your skin is prepared for the foundation. You wanna moisturize your skin first. So moisturizing your skin is very important because at the end of the day, no matter how oily you are, your skin needs to have something to kind of feed on in a way. That's how I like to think about it. Basically, you don't want your face to try to find nutrients from your foundations and from your concealer because it's not really in there, but it can find nutrients in like a facial moisturizer. So for example, my all-time favorite moisturizer is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Moisturizer, and this has hyaluronic acid, jojoba seed oil, grapeseed oil, and a whole bunch of other stuff like vitamin E, just good stuff. So wouldn't you prefer your face to kind of feed off of those, healthy oils and stuff like that rather than feeding off of whatever they put on our foundations, to be honest? So next step is primers. Now, I know you guys are probably having a question of what primers. There's 10,000 primers. Why do I need it? Let me give you guys the basic answer as to why you need primers. You need primers because you're gonna fall into this category right here. You're either gonna have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, or a normal skin type. And to make sure your makeup is coming out flawless and the best possible, you want to make sure that you are taking care of these issues, or not really issues, but you're taking care of these like kind of concerns of your face before we jump into foundation. So let's go ahead and figure out what category do you fall into if you don't know. The best way to test that theory out is when you go to sleep at night, I want you to not do your skincare routine. I don't want you to put any moisturizers on your face. You can wash your face, but don't put anything onto your face. Go to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, I want you to look at your face and see what's going on. When you wake up, is your face just completely oily? Is it just oily all over, looking super shiny? Then you probably have oily skin. If you wake up and only certain parts of your face is oily, and most likely it would be around your nose, maybe your forehead, maybe around this area. If these areas are gonna be oily, then most likely you have combination skin, which is exactly what it sounds like. Your skin is a combination of both. You might have normal to dry in different areas, but in some areas it creates oils. Next up, if you wake up and your skin is super dry, girl, you look like you ain't put moisturizer in years. It's looking dry, it's looking dull, it's looking just kind of cracky, maybe even patchy, then that means you have dry skin. And then you have normal skin. When you wake up, there's really nothing jumping out at you. You don't see any oils, you don't see really any extreme dryness, you don't see anything, so it's pretty much normal. These are the two primers that I like to use. So this right here is my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. If you are looking for a primer and you have dry skin, you want to invest in a primer like this. There's 1,000 primers, but this is one that I recommend. Super inexpensive. This will keep your face nice, moisturized, and it's also going to make sure that your makeup clings to your face. It's not super like hydrating where it's like slipping all over the place. It actually has a stick to it, so it's like kind of grabbing your foundation. So this is something that I definitely recommend if you have dry skin. Also, I will recommend this for someone with normal or combination skin. We'll talk more about combination, but someone with normal / combination skin, I would also recommend this. So you have different finishes with your foundation. Sometimes you may see somebody's foundation and it's very glowy, it's very dewy, it's very hydrating, and you might want to go for that look. So I recommend getting a primer like this. Next up, if you guys are here from that specific video, you already know what this is. Comment it down below. This is Calamine Lotion. So if you are somebody that deals with excessive, not normal, but excessively oily skin, I recommend trying this out. Try this at your own discretion though. So Calamine Lotion, I do want to get very clear with this. This is not a makeup product. You will not find this in the makeup aisle. This is used for your skin. This is used for certain things like sunburns and things of that nature. It is to soothe your skin, but I found this to be my secret hack to having a very mattifying, long-lasting primer. I use this as a primer. If you haven't checked out my video, it will be linked up here of me doing a wear test with this. So this is something that I would recommend to you if you have oily skin or if you have normal to combination skin. If you have normal to combination skin, I would recommend using this if you want a mattifying look, or if you are looking to wear your makeup for hours and hours and hours. I would recommend going in with a primer like this, but like I said, use at your own discretion. If you do not want to try to use Calamine Lotion on your skin, you feel like that's not for makeup, I don't want that on my face, there are hundreds of mattifying primers. Just go look for some mattifying primers that will work for you, but that is personally my favorite one to use, so that's just a little FYI. I'm gonna go ahead and choose what primer I want to use. So lately I have been going on my more hydrating kind of journey, so today we're gonna go on with my old reliable Miss Calamine Lotion. Okay guys, so with the Calamine Lotion, as you guys see, I don't use a lot of it. I'm gonna put it on my cheeks, on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. So with Calamine Lotion, if this is something that you need to use because you have oily skin or you want your makeup to last for, you know, a lot of hours, when you put the Calamine Lotion, you want to put it either in the places that you get oily or just put it in these places that I'm doing today if you have normal skin. All right, so next up, let's go ahead and talk about foundations. So if you have an issue with foundation matching, if you don't know what your foundation shade, you don't know nothing, you just like, girl, help me, Stacey, help me. Let's go ahead. We're gonna get into it very lightly. I can do a part 2 to this video on like foundation matching. If you guys want that, please comment that down below if you guys want a tutorial or like just a video in the beginner basic series on how to foundation match. But for foundation matching, these are the 2 questions you want to ask yourself. What is my skin tone and what is my undertone? So the next question you want to ask yourself with foundation is, are you going to be looking for a matte foundation or a hydrating foundation? Sometimes, unfortunately, you won't have a choice too much. The reason why I say that is if you are someone with extremely dry skin, I would not recommend you going with a matte foundation because matte is going to dry down and you don't want your makeup to be all cracky, right? So if you have dry skin, I would recommend go for more of a hydrating finish because once everything is dried down and you're putting powders and everything like that, you're not gonna deal with the cracking and the crumbling and just cakiness, right? Also, if you have oily skin, we would say go for matte. Like I'm saying, this is personal recommendations. It's completely up to you. The people that actually have choices, we got a little choice here, is people with normal to combination skin.
So I just want to go ahead and clarify for you guys. So with combination skin, a lot of times you're going to have areas in your face that may be dry while other areas are normal. You might have areas in your face that is oily while other areas are normal. And you also might have areas in your face that are dry while other areas are oily. So it definitely ranges. Combination skin, it comes with multiple combinations, but with that being said, when you're picking a primer for your combination skin, sometimes you can go for 2 different primers to kind of just take care of both skin concerns. So for example, if the center of your face is getting oily, you can go with a mattifying primer like the Calamine Lotion in the areas that get oily, and then the rest of your face you can use a hydrating primer, or just tailor it to how your skin concerns need to be like taken care of. Hopefully that makes sense. Bye.
So if you have a normal skin type, then you really get to answer the question, what do you want? Do you want to have a mattifying look? Now keep in mind, mattifying comes with the pros of makeup lasting longer usually, and it's just looking like more matte, more full coverage, more and then you have hydrating, where hydrating just looks more natural, more skin-like, more supple, like you're very hydrated. So you get to ask yourself that question. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Juvias Place foundation. This is my favorite foundation, hands down. It's super duper affordable, okay? And it is so full coverage, it is so buildable, it's gonna give you that flawless look, and it's very inexpensive. So this foundation does retail for $20, but a lot of times Juvias Place is always having sales. I'm signed up for like their text messaging kind of thing. My video is not sponsored, but I am signed up for their text messaging, and they always are having sales. So a lot of times this goes on sale for $10. So I would recommend just kind of waiting until they have a sale. I do not recommend purchasing this from Ulta or anywhere like that because I've learned the hard way that they never have a sale on these foundations over there, and I be paying full price for no reason. We're using that same flat brush that we used to apply the Calamine Lotion, and we're gonna get that foundation on the brush, and we're gonna make little strokes on the skin, okay? We're gonna make little strokes, and we're gonna kind of like lightly use the brush to already start the blending process to help us out, okay? We're gonna already use the brush. Now, when you're applying your foundation, do not apply your foundation under your eyes, and that is just to avoid cakiness because we are gonna conceal that area. Now, if you're not using concealer with your makeup, then you can go ahead and apply foundation wherever you would like. But if you are doing that full glam, full coverage look, keep that in mind. We're gonna do our little strokes. I usually go off with like 3 strokes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use this flat brush and already start the blending process. And I just find that this helps my makeup look smoother, and it just kind of already like I don't know, I just feel like it just makes it look even. So now I'm going in with the leftover foundation, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just put that on my nose, under my chin. Also with your foundation, you want to bring it down to your neck. Okay, bring it all the way down. You don't want your makeup to look like you're wearing a mask. A lot of times I see girls and you can tell they kind of forgot that step, and you can just kind of see like this abrupt stop of foundation. Does not look good. So definitely bring that foundation down to your neck. Now, if you have discoloration on your neck, you can go even lower than I'm going. For me personally, I do not like a lot of foundation on my forehead. I don't know what it is, I just don't. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of what's left over on the brush and just pat that into my forehead. So our foundation already looks like it's blended out, but we're gonna go ahead and take a foundation brush. The foundation brush that I'm using today is from e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s Bluffing Foundation Brush. We're just gonna use this to just push this foundation into our skin. So when you're blending out your foundation, you can use whatever you wanna use. You can use a sponge or you can use a brush. It is definitely personal preference. I bounce from the two. Now, I have found that brushes do have more of a full coverage effect. It takes off less product than if you're using a sponge. Also, if you are using the sponge, I would say it's easier when your sponge is damp, but you can blend out your foundation with a dry sponge. But I would recommend you doing it with a damp sponge. If you want a flawless kind of full coverage look, definitely use a brush to blend out your foundation. Any fluffy, dense brush that's similar to this would be great. You can get this from, I got this brush from Walgreens, but you can get dense brushes from Five and Below. You can get it from the hair store. You can get it from, you know, Ross, Didi's Discount. You can get it from anywhere, okay? Don't let anybody tell you you need $50 brushes to get, you know, a nice flawless foundation application. So for me, I'm very extra with concealer. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in light beige. It's very, very light for me. You do not have to go as light as I go. I'm just gonna conceal under my eyes. So we're gonna put some right in the corner, right, kind of on the side of my nose as well. And then we're gonna just do that motion. So if you guys want a tutorial on like just choosing concealers, the best concealer, my favorite concealers, all that good stuff, definitely comment that down. So for blending out your concealer, if you want that flawless, you know, just base, I like to use, I bounce from brushes to sponge, y'all. Like I literally cannot tell you which one's my favorite. Lately, I have been on the sponge kind of thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this sponge. This sponge, I believe I got this from Didi's Discount. It was like a big bag of like sponges. So the best way to make sure that your concealer is just full coverage and it's just going to really conceal the areas that you're concealing is you want to blend out the edges first before you get in the middle, really, okay? So I like to blend out my edges and then I'll go ahead and just, you know, do the middle of the concealer. And that really goes definitely for your under eye, but you can, you know, take that technique all over your face. So we're just gonna blend out the edges, blend out the edge, and I'm telling you, you're definitely gonna see the difference in when you do that. So you wanna blend it out until it looks diffused, and then you're just gonna go ahead and go down the center. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and just blend out the bridge of my nose. And that, I don't really do like the whole like blending out the edges, I just go straight down. So yeah, under my eye, we're gonna make sure we blend out the edge of that first, blending it out. And we're gonna use stamping motions. And then we're gonna go ahead and blend right in that eye area. And you wanna really like, especially if you're getting just into makeup, you really want to make sure that your sponge is not dragging. So you can be super extra and like lift up and down like that while you're blending, just to make sure that you're not dragging. You are really just pushing this into the skin. That is going to make sure that this is looking flawless, okay? And can y'all see, like, oh, this is just so nice. This concealer is like literally $6. It is so full coverage. I literally love it. So setting your face is very, very, very crucial. Setting your face really does change how your makeup is gonna look and how your makeup is gonna last, okay? So these are my two favorite setting powders. We have a drugstore friendly one, and then we have a more high-end one. So this is my Laura Mercier setting powder. Now, if there's anything that I'm going to tell you that you should go and invest your money in, is this right here. I feel like the Laura Mercier, it just takes the makeup look there, okay? This is going to give you that airbrush, that blurred effect. Okay, I love this setting powder. It's my favorite setting powder in the whole entire world. So I definitely recommend you guys saving up some coins and getting this one. But if you're not ready to try out that setting powder, I do also recommend the Airspun. So Airspun, I just started using it. I dropped the video not too long ago. I'll link it somewhere up here and down in the description box below. But I did do a drugstore complete makeup tutorial. This was where I used all drugstore to give me that it girl, you know, clean girl glam. And I fell in love with this setting powder. The one thing about the setting powder, it is very bright. It's damn near white. So if you want a highlighting under eye, then I would recommend this, but I have yet to use this on my darker skin clients. So I don't know if this is going to be too bright for my darker skin girls where it's going to cause flashback. So if that is the case, I would recommend trying out the Sacha Buttercup. I used to use that setting powder. So for today, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier setting powder though to set my face. This is in translucent honey. I ran out of my translucent. Translucent is my actual favorite, but we're gonna use what we have today. So make sure before you set under your eye, you go in and you blend out any of the creases, because you don't want to set any creases. And then we're just gonna go in with the powder and we're gonna immediately just push that into the skin. Before we fully blend it out, I'm just gonna set both sides because I used a lot of concealer. So when you're using a lot of concealer, you wanna make sure that you're setting quickly because you will have creasing. So we're just gonna make sure we are pushing this powder into the skin. Push it into the skin. And this is what's going to blur that under eye, baby. So we're just getting extra powder and pushing it into the skin. You also can bring it to the side of the nose, and you just want to push it everywhere that you apply that concealer, because you want to set it so it's not sliding around and moving all day. Alrighty guys, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and contour and bronze my face. The reason why I'm not doing that in this video today is because I did drop an in-depth, detailed tutorial on how to bronze and contour and what's the difference in between the two and placement and everything. So if you are but if you are interested in seeing how to bronze your skin the best way possible and contour and snatch that face up, make sure you check out that video. It'll be somewhere up here. But yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and this is the secret. This right here, okay? This is the MAC Studio Fix, okay? This is their pressed powder. Y'all, this changed the game. I'm telling y'all secrets. I'm dropping the gems right now. If y'all don't got the notepad out, okay? Yeah. But y'all have to get yourself a pressed powder. This is what's gonna make your makeup look flawless. Out of everything we just did, watch when I transform myself, okay? I am in color C8, and this is what it looks like. You just need a pressed powder. I'm telling you, change my makeup game with me and my clients. Like, this is so important. So this is $40. It is on the pricier side. So if you are not trying to spend $40, I completely understand. There are other really good ones. So for example, you have the Black Radiance. These are their pressed powders, and then also you have the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powders. So you want to get a big fluffy brush. The brush that I'm using today is from Real Technique. This is actually their blush brush in number 400, but we're just gonna go ahead and you want to take your pressed powder and you just want to push it throughout your face. Now let's say for example you feel like you applied too much blush or your contour is a little too harsh. I would say go ahead and take your pressed powder and it will dull it down. Also, you want to put the pressed powder under your eyes. Even though you did put on setting powder, the pressed powder is just what you want to put all over that face, girl, period. And it is just going to mattify that face and make you look just set for the whole day. I would do this even if you have dry skin, okay? It's just, you know, a light little, you know, powder to put over your face. So lastly, to tie everything together, you want to set your face, okay? You're using a lot of powders, you're using a lot of, you know, just everything. So I would go ahead to say to just kind of melt everything in and just, you know, give that final touch is a setting spray. This is my favorite setting spray. This is super duper inexpensive. This is the Kiss Matte Finish Setting Spray. So if you have oily skin or combination skin or normal skin and you want a matte finish, you want to go ahead and get a mattifying setting spray. For example, a hydrating setting spray would be the NYX Dewy Finish. So sometimes it's going to say hydrating finish or sometimes it's going to say dewy. But this is what you're going to use if you have super dry skin and you don't want that mattifying finish, okay? So for me, I want to keep things matte. I have a lot of things to do today, so I need my makeup to last all day, baby. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this setting spray. So you really want to drown yourself in this, okay? Because once this dries down, it's going to lock in, okay, period. So let me go ahead and spray my face. Okay, y'all. I look crazy. I OD'd it. I definitely did. I didn't even really get on this side, so hold on. Okay. Yeah, but I definitely OD'd it, but it's okay. Okay, right now we look like a glazed donut, okay? But it's all gonna be worth it, okay? It's gonna dry down, it's gonna lock in, so I'm really have to do. So let me go ahead and let this dry down. I'm gonna do my lips and, you know, just close everything off of camera, and I'll be right back, okay? Alrighty guys, so that is the end of today's video. This is the final look. I did go ahead and do my lip, put some highlight, and just fix my hair up. This is what the look is looking like, and when I tell you, y'all, I can literally wear my makeup for literally 13 hours, and I'm telling you, I look good. It does not matter. All the steps that I'm telling you is going to work for you. If you have an issue with your makeup not lasting, if you have an issue with your makeup looking cracky or oily, today we have solved all those problems. You have the answers to what was causing that, and now you know better, so you're going to do better, okay? So if you guys like this series, go ahead and comment down below some of the things that you guys feel like you need help with. I already have some videos in there, like how to contour and how to bronze, eyebrow tutorials. I'll throw some old videos in there, like applying your false lashes. Those type of videos don't change. I'll also throw some videos on like bottom lash tutorials and individual stuff like that, little stuff that, you know, you might want to learn. But if you have any questions on other makeup tips, like perfect lip combos and stuff like that, comment that down below, and I would love to do that for you guys. I love you guys so much. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. Join the team and just do it like Nike by subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.